Hey, Peter, we're just finishing setting up. We switched it up a little bit. We rotated our table 90 degrees. We're still doing a little bit of mic check, so this is just for you. And yeah, big shout out to my friend Seth Gormley, who actually found the video. Said it was a little bit more well promoted, I guess. So I guess that's getting out there.
What video?
The video that we're shooting right now, only from like last week. He said he's watched the last couple.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
So he's one of the 2 views we have?
I think so. Thank you so much, Seth. Keep telling your friends. Yeah, man, you rock. Other than that, I think we're about to get started. Oh, I'm sitting in PK's spot. Normally I'll be sitting right there, closer to the camera, I think. I don't know. We're still figuring this whole thing out. We even have, but we've got like now we can all see the TV, and we each have a little bit more room, all except for Vic, who's, sitting here behind his giant computer screen, looking at porn
all day.
But that's all right. He's actually being super nice and broadcasting it up onto the television screen, which again, now we can all see. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. The reason why we're starting is because my laptop batteries, I forgot the charger. And so it was on, and I'm like, no, we gotta get going. We gotta go. Yeah, I don't know. Quick shout out to all 4 of our little icons that we got up here. Yeah, hit us back with those. Figure out what they are and why they're there on the table. I don't know. Check. Am I popping it at all?
No, you're good.
All right, I feel pretty good. I think I got my normal headset. So.
Yeah, you look strong.
What about you, Jer? You good?
Bitch.
He just looked over, and one of our soundproof panels fell off the wall again.
Soundproof is down, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm actually looking at this, and I'm thinking that we can go shorter on our table up there. I don't know. It kind of gives a nice, good look at the table, but I think we actually might be able to go shorter. Looking at the Instagram one that we got up next to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can drop that tripod down a little bit. All you gotta do is rotate the little hand.
Well, the Instagram, it is what it is.
It's a better angle though for our fat bodies, especially mine and Jerry's.
Yeah, that's
you're pretty slender, Vic.
Well, I do what I can. It's
yeah, you work
genetics.
You work out. Mostly genetics.
Yeah, that one looks way better too.
Which one?
From the computer.
Yeah.
It's actually streamed. Okay, let's get rolling then.
All right.
Cool.
Jerry, you leading us off again? Do you have more energy this week?
I have much more energy this week.
Oh, good. So happy to hear that.
So I guess whenever you're ready.
All right.
Actually, more like, God, he really does just have it like right at his face, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
reminds me of a dick.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Man, that light is creating some glare onto that table.
And my forehead.
Well, that's normal though.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want to turn it off? I don't know. We don't have to have it on.
No, I think we need it because I don't know. Maybe half of it off.
It's just half.
Flip half of it. Oh, well, then I guess it's fine. It is what it is.
It is half on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that is creating some table glare.
Yeah, we should pull get like a black tablecloth, I feel like, but that's later.
Next, okay, well.
We could do that. I think we just coat the whole thing with the rubber.
That'd be rad.
Okay.
Like raise it up to the height of the bolt. So that way the whole thing was just soundproof rubber.
Yeah, we got that later. Let's get going.
All right, cool.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Thank you so much for tuning into another Brewnomics podcast. This week it's me, Jerry.
And Vic.
And Will.
But no Paula. He's out on this one doing some stuff with the family. But as we talked about last week, we're going to talk about some more Christmas movies. But these are, as the internet likes to call, Christmas adjacent movies, which I thought was interesting how that's kind of the universal term for it. And then, of course, we're going to drink some more winter beer because there's so much winter beer. We just had to.
We love the winter beer.
We just had to put it out. So I guess let's get started with the beer. I guess we don't have to jump right to it. How are you guys? How was your weekend? How are things?
Great. I had my company party on Friday. Christmas parties are, I think no matter what company you work for, Christmas parties are always kind of fun because there's always usually at least one coworker that usually gets pretty drunk and messed up.
Right.
It's always fun to see who that is. This year we had a running repeat at my office. I won't say whose name it was, but
Was it you twice?
it was not me twice. But actually, yeah, I won a KitchenAid for my wife.
Nice.
Yeah, which I guess was like the second most expensive, gift item raffle to win. So that was pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah, she really, I didn't see anything else that I really wanted. And so she's like, oh my gosh, they have a KitchenAid. And so like, all right, let's put all my little tickets in there. Sure enough, I won. So that was super nice. She loves it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, look for you, honey. You actually get something for Christmas now. Just kidding. That's the one.
Yes, everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
And Christmas shopping done.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, not terribly prepared for this one. But hey, here we go. Our first beer is from Terminal Gravity Brewing. This is a Festival, a strong winter ale. Yeah, it is 8.4%, 72 IBUs. Where are these guys from? Enterprise, Oregon. Have we had Terminal Gravite on the podcast before?
I'm trying to remember. Let me check.
I don't
the
believe
old
that we have.
Untapped, but I don't. Yeah.
I know that I've had them before, and the name definitely is familiar, but I don't think we've had them on the cast.
Really? Well, first time for everything. So we picked this up at the Brewers Haven. Just got two 12-ounce bottles of it. Pretty well priced. I think it was like less than $2 a bottle, or right around there.
Sweet.
Okay, so I guess what do we?
Vic, did you do anything this weekend?
Yeah, I went to a friend of ours' birthday party on Saturday night.
That's right.
Happy birthday, Derek.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Ashley. We both share birthdays. One last week and one the weekend before.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna be drinking a lot on this one, gentlemen.
Oh man.
Well, we did start early.
Yes, I got that. I was like, I guess I don't have to pour out all the beer. I do though.
I mean, yeah.
Wasteful otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely looks like a strong winter ale. Do we have anything fun off of Untapped or anything like that, Vic? Vic?
We do have something, yeah.
You want to pass me the bottle?
So, Untapped has this sitting at, well, let's go over some numbers here. 2,700 total check-ins, 56 check-ins this month. It's sitting at 8.3% alcohol by volume with no IBU ratings. It has a 3.66 average rating derived from approximately 1,950 check-ins.
So on the bottle, it actually it has a 72 IBU rating. So
Oh, okay.
the difference
Good to
is
know.
from the bottle to Untapped, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
Has given this a smell?
I have not, but 8.4 already on a winter ale. Man, we are starting right out of the gate with some pretty good, strong beer here.
Yeah, that's the thing with winter ales. I feel like they are so high alcohol by volume all the time. It's like the holidays are meant to get you messed up. If you're doing some drinking.
Well, it's so fucking cold outside, man. You gotta have something to warm you up.
People who don't like their families.
Yeah.
Makes everything tolerable. So let's jump the ABV all the way up. Ooh.
All right, I'm going to read off here, I guess. Terminal Gravity's Festival is in the style of British strong or old ales. We brewed it to be fairly dry so that it is completely drinkable and not cloying. There's that word again, cloying.
Cloying.
It has huge and complex malt and hops flavors with a nice little alcoholic warmth in the finish. The color is deep ruby brown and it produces a fine cream color cascading head.
Mm.
And then it says show less. So I guess that there's probably more to that description.
That's
Either
fine.
Whatever, but it's fine. We got enough.
Cloying.
Yeah, it just that description, just like this beer, is not cloying.
I don't know what that means.
Lingering is the
Yeah.
beer. doesn't stick.
Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
Okay. Well, what do we think of this beer? It is definitely a strong winter ale. You guys, you should start a Cranberries cover band, tribute band.
Will do.
We'll think about it.
For those of you who are going to Google this, cloying, yeah, it says disgusting or distasteful by reason of excess sweetness, also excessively sweet or sentimental.
Interesting.
Normally, you'd think you'd want your winter warmer beer to be a little bit sentimental, but you know what? That's okay.
So what was the untapped average rating on this?
3.66.
It's pretty average. It's probably about right where I would think it would be. I mean, if you're looking for a strong ale, a winter warmer, and 8.3, I don't really get the booziness that they described, like that little alcoholic warmth in the finish. I don't know if I get that.
Oh, I totally get the boozy in it.
Yeah?
Oh, I can taste it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking I can taste it a lot. Not a huge amount, but enough to let me taste the alcohol in it.
Maybe I should rephrase my statement. You can taste the alcohol in it, but I don't taste like any kind of like whiskey or bourbon burn that you normally would associate with.
Like the acidity of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we might get that with some beers here down the road.
Oh, yeah.
That we have.
But it's different with this.
I don't mind it.
Dry.
You know, I also like that it was a super duper well priced
How much was this?
beverage. I can't remember. I want to say it was like $1.95 a bottle or something like that.
It's pretty good, especially for
Yeah.
Brewers Haven.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Brewers Haven's prices are mostly reasonable. So with that, I'll stick with a 3.5. I think this is a good 3.5 beer.
I am going to agree with your 3.5.
Dope.
I don't know how you guys do it every time. I write it down.
Every time.
3.5.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, look at that. Look at that. I guess it's a 3.5 fucking. Okay.
It's tasty.
Moving on.
Yeah, I gotta
What do
use my
we-
words a little better.
What do we got for? Oh, you need your mouth parts.
Oh, I've been drinking for a while.
Okay.
Today. It was actually a day, Sunday, that I didn't work, so I'm like, time to get started early.
Normally you work on Sunday, so yeah.
True. So Punisher season 2 kind of got a release date. So it's going to come out in January of 2019. We don't know January when. Sure, it'll be one of those things where Netflix likes to just kind of drop a release date. So I'm sure we'll get it in January, and at this rate, it'll be canceled in February.
Probably.
That seems to be the trend.
Because I think they're all done. You know, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's going to get a season renewed. Are they filming? Have we heard anything about a Jessica Jones season, Trace?
I'm pretty sure that they were in the middle of filming when the first news announced drop of what is it, Iron Fist and
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage getting
Okay.
canceled.
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure that they're gonna finish up filming and then do the editing and it'll be out. I would
Yeah.
think maybe June.
They're
Isn't that-
already out looking for other jobs.
Yeah. Right. Well, in a sense. The actors.
Well, yeah, the cast and the crew.
Yeah.
Mhm. That was the sense that I meant. Well, thanks for coming along on that one.
Already.
All right.
Already it starts. Sorry.
Let's get going with that. So another thing I read, I think I want to say this was from Variety. They've been putting out a whole lot of comic book news, but all the Marvel Netflix, Jesus Christ, character rights, they can't do anything. So Disney can't reboot them or anybody can't reboot them for 2 years after any cancellation. So for Iron Fist, Daredevil, Luke Cage, we won't see anything until end of 2020, which I don't even think it would see anything. That's when they'd be able to start doing something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Makes
a
me
bummer.
sad. I love Daredevil so much. I wish they would just pick him up and put him in the universe somehow. If there's one character.
Well, I mean, it
That'd
sounded
be
like they had a lot of the script and direction for where they were going to go and bring that character like thought out and planned and plotted and like,
Yeah, I think they said
at
they
least an
plans up to
outline.
like 6 seasons or something like that. Yeah, at least an outline.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Oh well.
Disney has so much
well.
money they can afford to wait.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to wait. That doesn't mean you should have to fuck over the cast and crew because they don't have Disney money. They're the ones relying on this shit to.
Right, but if the demand is already high, think about how much higher it's going to be in a couple of years. Where it's like, oh snap, they brought it back.
Or will we all comic book movie fatigue.
And
Show fatigue
just
at
be
that point.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's a risk. It's a risk they're running.
Don't we have fatigue now? Like,
I'm still good.
yeah,
Although I'm starting to wear a little bit.
aware.
There's so much of it.
Because I know we're doing pretty good, but I mean, the rest of the
It
populace
is kind of our niche. That's for sure.
exactly.
The whole of the populace, I would think so, but I mean, they seem to make more and more money every time. So from a statistical number standpoint, not really.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting to see where Spider-Man and Aquaman end up falling this Christmas. I think that's going to be very telling.
I think we'll see because Aquaman's already crushing it.
Mm-hmm. We got the numbers back from China and overseas already. They are destroying.
And just
now.
opening reports from Spider-Man, that by all rights, it seems like a phenomenal movie.
Well, it's
A lot of
critically
people are
acclaimed, too.
saying the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Yeah.
Which is that's good.
That's saying
Go
something,
Jake Johnson.
man.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, so ultimately, no, I don't think there's comic book fatigue yet, but in 2 years,
Hey,
very possibly.
very possibly.
We'll see. I think that's all I got as far as Netflix style news goes.
I didn't do my homework. I have no news
There's
for
not really much going on
That's
right now, at least as far as shit that I care about.
Yeah.
There's really not. I guess there is another one. It's not really news, more of a statistic. Another variety report. I was just apparently on a variety loop or rabbit hole.
Mm.
I was going to say loophole, but that wasn't the right word.
Mhm.
Today, as of now, is when it comes to current TV shows in production, streaming services are now responsible for 1/3 of them.
That makes sense.
Wow.
No longer networks or something like that. Yeah, I it totally makes sense, and I'm almost surprised it's only 1/3.
No, there's a lot of cable network out there.
Yeah, then you think of again how expansive that is.
Yeah, local stuff and PBS and all of that. Local news, kind of like,
Well, and all those weird spin-offs too, like your GQ TV and all those weird programs.
MTV4.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. Everybody loves Ocho. They actually made that a thing, by the way. That you can
ESPN did?
stream. Yeah.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, it goes ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3, which is all strictly just streaming, and then they've got like their ESPN Plus platform, and then they also have for like weird, wacky X Games sports kind of things. They have the Ocho.
Oh, like you gotta watch that RPS tournament that's on every Saturday. Also, the spelling bee. That's a real thing. That's on ESPN.
It's a real thing, and
The
no,
spelling bee is on at poker.
it's not even an
spelling bee.
Ocho thing. It is
It's straight up ESPN.
ESPN
Yeah.
proper.
Proper.
Oh yeah, they've done
That's
those little
legit.
ESPN commercials with one of the spelling bee contestants before. It's great.
Yeah, I watched one for about 5 minutes because that's about all I could handle once. And I was like, wow, I can't believe
They'll,
this
like,
is
use
on
it in a sentence.
ESPN. Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm almost wondering when there's gonna be like an ESPN ES like.
Esports. There already
Esports,
is. They've
yeah.
already featured a couple.
I know they've done esports, but like a straight up ESPN dedicated
Oh,
esports channel. is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
ESPN.
Because I know they've done like Heroes of the Dorm and stuff like that, which is.
Well, I think they did a
Blizzard's
whole
Heroes of the
Clash
Storm.
Royale thing on ESPN
Oh, yeah.
or something like
That's
that
cool.
too. I could, but because some of those things are huge now. I think it's funny
Oh, yeah.
when it's like esports.
Oh, no. It's all big.
Sports.
It's all big.
It's not
But the thing
sports.
is, it's dominated by 17-year-olds with wrist muscles that haven't deteriorated like mine.
Over time.
Yeah.
It's like super giant thumb muscles. Yeah.
They rock the hand squeezers at the gym all the
Sure.
time. They just hoard them.
I think they're just trying out to be like, drone pilots. That's what I think they're doing.
Oh, the Army will turn them into that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll have
they'll be recruited.
Huge thumb muscles and smell like Doritos. It's a Brian Callen joke. It's a good time.
Did you guys watch? Have we talked about Gotham? Did you guys watch Gotham?
We talked about it a little bit. I have not got caught up yet. I am still like season 2.
Oh, okay. I think I got like halfway through season 4 whenever they brought the Mad Hatter on. That was kind of my drum line. But I've heard these last few seasons, or the last season was pretty good. And the finale, next season's the last one, supposed to be good. But ultimately, they're doing, my favorite thing about it from what I watched was Alfred. maybe the most badass Alfred of all the Alfreds.
I do recall Alfred Pennyworth kicking a lot of ass.
Kicks a
on the
lot.
show.
Sean Pertwee.
Yeah.
His dad is the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, no way. Right on.
They're doing a spin-off on that called Pennyworth. So there's going to be a prequel to it. It's not Pertwee, because it's obviously a young Alfred. It's going to be on Epix. Not terribly familiar with Epix. I don't know if that's a stream. EPIX. I would imagine it has to be some sort of.
It's another digital platform.
Is it? I feel like I've heard it. Yeah, okay.
Crackle.
But it's Fox-based, right? I'm pretty sure that it is.
It would make sense.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Like I said, I honestly don't know too much about it, but they're saying they're teasing that it's going to be like an R-rated style ultra action show.
Oh, really?
With it. So I'm trying to see if I thought I pinned the link, but I know where I found it, so I can read the description.
Well, I've never actually watched an episode of Gotham. I followed it. I've made sure that I know like what the characters and villains or rogues gallery, I guess I should say, are they look like. And I have never been that excited about it. And any of the kind of interpretations that they've had on any of the characters, except for maybe Jim Gordon. I heard that they did a really good job with him, kind of branching his, fleshing his story out quite a bit. But
well, that guy that played him, Ben McKenzie, is that his name? Ben Kinsey or something? He's a great actor.
Yeah.
And he also, I can't remember which animated movie it was, but he's voiced Batman also in some DC animation.
Really?
So he's been both Batman and Gordon.
Nice.
All right.
God, is this the right one that I found? So it's essentially him in London after he gets out of whatever the military is. I don't know if it's MI7 or if he's some British Special Forces. But he's over there and he runs into Thomas Wayne, who's kind of an expatriate at this point, I guess, trying to expand his horizon.
All while being a doctor.
All while being a doctor, also.
Okay.
But something happens. He gets his family. He's just trying. Whatever. It's a prequel of Pennyworth, maybe R-rated, ultra action, gritty, 1950 style. I don't know if I'm interested enough to pick up another fucking streaming service.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty spaced right now, but I might give it a look, see if it somehow shows up somewhere else.
Right. Well, see, so far it seems like it's gotten pretty decent reviews, but
good.
I can't find the exact synopsis of it. I'm over it. I don't want to look.
I can't wait for like 10 years down the road when all of the streaming services are like, oh yeah, we'll lease you all of these contents because we don't care and we're getting minimal viewership on it anyways. Then they have like their own premium content. But right now everybody's just like, oh, I gotta hoard everything that I own, all of my intellectual properties has to be under my roof and not anybody else's. It's just I don't know, it's ruining the scene.
Well, there are too many of them now. It's starting to get like oversaturated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't keep up with everything. Like there's so many. I think that's a good point though, Will. I think eventually there'll be another company that rolls out that actually bundles it for you, and they'll start taking money off the top. So you can get like HBO Go, Vudu, like Disney movies all on demand, and then there'll be one specific bundle, and then it'll just have different bundles you'll pay for.
I know that you guys aren't very keen on Apple, at all, but I tell you what, man, the Apple TV thing, you can plug in like your television provider subscription, you can plug in your ESPN Plus subscription. Right now, and your Hulu and your Netflix, and they will search all of it in one area, and it actually kind of works.
Huh.
And not only that, you can pay for your Netflix and your Hulu through Apple Pay, and you can do that actually using an iTunes gift card. And a lot of times, especially right now, if you're out there shopping for all of the killer deals and everything, you're going to be able to find those iTunes gift cards for discounted price. So you can actually get discounts on your streaming services by paying them through Apple.
Don't give Apple any more money, people.
You really don't want to, but at the same time,
it's
a kind of one of those ways you can save a little bit extra on those devices where you might not actually find sales otherwise.
Yeah, that's a crazy workaround.
A little bit of a hack there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
Did your phone go off, Jerry? Was that
No, that was your fucking computer
in
again.
my computer again?
I saw a little notification on.
I'm scared to hit mute on it.
I get you because it might mute us.
Yeah, because we're streaming.
So next beer,
All right,
we're
excellent.
gonna get fancy with it. This is not necessarily an I tap that beer, but it could be. But we're gonna hold off on this one.
Yeah, we don't know where.
It's from Mother Earth, and I'm pretty sure Mother Earth, they started in California, then they opened another brewery here in Idaho. And sometimes it'll actually tell you which one it is. This one just says brewed and bottled by Mother Earth, Vista, California, and Nampa, Idaho. So
Right, so we don't know where the brewer came from, if he was down in Vista or if he was up here in Nampa. And that typically will tell you, where it was brewed.
usually means it's California. But they have 4 seasons of Mother Earth seasonals, I guess. This is their winter seasonal. It is a bourbon barrel aged imperial stout brewed with coffee and cinnamon. This is a $14 bomber. So it is not cheap.
No.
This is one I've really seen pop up on Tabor, and I'm like, hey, that's the only beer I've seen that you can get here. So
I picked up another bomber for after the holidays, since we're continuing our other theme, and it was $14, but it was only for a pint. So
Yeah.
we'll get into that next episode or episode after. But yeah, it was quite a bit spendy. So we're starting to hit that time of the year where everything is, the breweries are starting to release their very, their cellar.
because it's people
Editions.
buying for gifts.
Oh yeah.
It's totally the gift beer time of.
Speaking of, we're accepting gifts anytime that you'd like.
Right. It doesn't just have to be the holidays. We'll take beer whenever you want to give it to us.
Middle of summer, we'll take it. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for buying this. I'm really looking forward to this beer.
It is. I haven't even tried to smell it. I can already smell it. You can definitely smell the coffee with it. I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to try to read the back of the bottle, but it looks like it got kind of scratched off, so I'll do my best. The key to the series comes from something reliability in our blending beers. Yeah, never mind. It's too scratched up. I'm not going to be able to read it all.
We're looking for all those out there waiting.
But I do like that these guys got the independent seals, vintage 2018. It's silk screened on here, so I think I'll definitely try and make a bottle out of this one. Ooh, this motherfucker's sitting at 12.5%.
Ooh.
What do you think, Will? You took a sip of it.
I did, and that is strong. Oh man. Lots of coffee notes, lots of chocolate notes. Very, very bourbon barrel flavors kind of coming through on that. You can taste a little bit of that high-end whiskey barrel booziness, I think.
Man, that is good.
But it is definitely good. It's complex. It's deep. I'm still like, I need to go back for another one.
Dude, that immediately warmed me up like 10 degrees on the insides.
It's thick too.
It is viscous.
Mm.
Are you finding this one on the, oh wow, it's malty,
Mm-hmm.
coffee.
I'm a little scared. I
I'm
haven't
not really
drinking it
tasting
yet.
the cinnamon in there.
I'm not getting cinnamon.
Well, I definitely get the coffee.
Maybe at the end, like, yeah, kind of how you'd have like a mocha, with a little bit of cinnamon or something on the top, like sprinkled into the whipped cream.
Just the smallest hint.
Smallest hint. Which actually is kind of very, very
True,
relaxing.
because you can have way too much cinnamon.
Don't look at the cinnamon challenge on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure people already know what that is.
Okay, hopefully.
They've moved on to the Tide Pod Challenge. I'm afraid of this beer. I haven't drank it
Don't be
yet.
pussy, Vic.
but,
Come on, it's all right, boo. It's all right.
I'm afraid to look at the Tide Pod challenge. I want to know what that is.
It's eating a Tide Pod.
That sounds wrong.
It is.
Sounds like they would kill you.
It did kill some kids, I think.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Back to this beer, though. It's unfortunate for those that have died on the Tide Pod Challenge. Back to this beer. Definitely get those coffee notes. There is a spice to it, almost like a mulled spice. Have you guys ever had like a mulled wine?
No, that sounds terrible.
It's not bad actually. But it reminds me of that. It's got a creaminess to it. It's spicy. It's warm. I'm not getting a lot of the alcohol, which is kind of good. But then once it zaps you with the bitterness to it, like you're like, Jesus.
Yeah. I do not think I could drink a whole bomber of this just physically.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink the rest of this.
Just a third of this.
It's so rich.
Dude, it is. That is a heavy 7 ounces for sure.
It's like dark chocolate.
It's like ground coffee and dark chocolate notes. Yeah, like I'm getting it's not chewy by any means, but just the bitterness of ground coffee. Like if you were to put it on your tongue, I think that's what you might experience.
Jared, do you mind if I take a crack at reading the scratched off? I think I might have cracked it.
Okay, yeah, have at it, yeah, by all means.
The key to this series comes from having reliability in our blending beers. I think it's like set the foundation of the program. We have to maintain a solid archive, beers at various stages of development, in order to ensure we have something compatible to marry together. Making it season appropriate adds another layer, but we feel like we nailed it with the addition of the coffee and cinnamon. It adds a wonderful wintertime flavor, reminiscent of cool nights beside the fire with hot cocoa. Except, your parents' version. And then they did a little smiley face with emoticons. That was Chris Baker, the head brewer. So wherever he's at the general time, if he's up here or down in Cali, I'm guessing that's where it was brewed.
Can you show that you want to show them the glass to see what it looks like?
Let me get up out of my chair. I'll be away from my mic for just a second.
If anybody's watching this and you see the glass and you like it and you comment butt cheeks, either on YouTube or Instagram, I will cut this glass and give it to you.
Oh snap! You heard it here.
Oh, he's gonna do some work for you.
Some work for you on that, just for commenting.
I want to read a note from Chris Baker, the head brewer. This is on Mother Earth's website. It says the key to this series comes from. Oh wait, hold on. We might have already read it.
Is that same thing?
Yes. Never mind. I will take that back.
Withdraw your statement, sir.
I tried. Wow. I'm still. This beer dances on my tongue for what it is, man.
I almost feel like it's one we should have. Like it is a dessert.
Totally. I just sort of have their archived beers here too. So they have their winter 2017 bourbon barrel aged imperial brown. Then in 2016 they have their bourbon barrel aged breakfast stout. Then their 2015 Syntax bourbon barrel aged imperial peanut butter stout. That was a tasty one. And then we have their winter 2014 Ye Old Curmudgeon bourbon barrel aged English old ale with cinnamon.
But that I would like to try, just because it's called Ye Old Curmudgeon.
Ye Old Curmudgeon. Yeah, they very interesting.
So the thing that I find the most interesting about reading the back of that bottle was just how much it sounds like they blended different beers together, or have taken different notes or parts of different recipes and seen what kind of works. And do you guys get any kind of hint of any of their base beers out of this, like their Syntax or anything like that?
No, not as much. I think if I got a hint of it, I'm getting a little bit of the Ye Old Curmudgeon. I haven't tasted that one, but the addition of the cinnamon, I think, is because it lingers on your tongue like right now. Just like if you have that cinnamon, that cellulose sort of quality that just hangs out with you for a little bit. It's fibrous. It's just hanging on my tongue there, making it dirty. I want to brush my tongue right now.
This tastes to me almost like it's very similar to Deschutes the Abyss.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Not as the Abyss one that we had was a lot more complex than this one was. Yeah. There's too much going on in that beer. There's like too many different flavors. Mm-hmm. This one's a lot more simplified.
Yeah.
And it's intense, but it does what it does very well.
Chocolate, coffee, cinnamon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I guess let's move on to rating it. See what we would rate it, and I guess even though it doesn't necessarily count, as our I tap that, if we would indeed tap it or not.
I can start. I wrote down a 3.75 out of 5. And the reasons for that is I think that what it's doing is very well. I think it's doing it great.
Even at $14.
And that is where it kills me. I can't justifiably give this a 4. I can't justifiably give it any higher than what I did, knowing how expensive it was, and a little bit of how hard it is to get. It's not available everywhere, so it's not completely mass produced. But yeah, mostly just the expense.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about it. Really is the price. So that's where I think I would give it.
It's not an all-day drinker for me either.
No.
That's the other thing.
And again, it's a special occasion dessert beer. I'm not going to drink this often. I'm going to say probably just a 3.25. Especially, I would give it a 3.5, but again, it's that $14 price mark. But at least at $14, they fucking silkscreened the bomb. I hate it when they charge that premium price and just slap it on a sticker and no, you're going to charge that much. Part of that price better be a goddamn silkscreen bottle, so I can cut the top of it off, have somebody write butt cheeks, hopefully on our Instagram or YouTube, and then give this to them as a giveaway. So for that, you know what I like? I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for that, just for that.
Just for all that, yeah.
I don't know if I would tap it if it were our I tapped one, but I'll definitely give it a respectable rating because that keg would stick around for a long time.
I wouldn't tap it, and going by our ratings of having a passing grade of 75% or more.
Well, if it's three of us, it's a triumvirate. Every single one of us has to.
Well, and that's what I mean. Is no matter what, it wouldn't get passed.
It's not going to pass that. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Well, what do you rate it, Vic?
I'm gonna go 3.25 actually, man, and that stems from the drinkability. I can only handle about eight ounces of this beer at a time. I think price wise too, at 14. You said $14?
Yes.
$14 is
a
massive price point. That's a little tough to deal with, as well as I don't taste wise the cinnamon, the cellulose quality that it has to it, and that just sort of dark chocolatey nature to it. Not my favorite. But I will give it. You're right. It does what it does well. So that's why I said at a 3.25
for sure.
All right, so I know I'm away from my mic, but hopefully I'm talking loud enough where you can hear me.
I think we have a winner.
Rimfa24 says butt cheeks, and then she says gross.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Rimfa, and I think Jerry will be doing some work for you here right after our cast.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey,
hello.
People actually pay attention.
Thank you.
Wow, that went quick. Normally people don't respond until like a couple days after or something. Thank you, Rimfa.
Weeks later, yeah, killing
Thank
it.
you for watching. It pays to be present.
My friend Rachel.
Okay.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Rach.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy the glass.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Whenever
all
we get
that.
around to it.
Just hound him for it, and he'll do it.
Well, I suppose we might as well. Oh my gosh, excuse me, the hiccups.
So hard.
Get on to the main bit. Do you guys want to take a break real quick, or should we just power through it?
I'm pretty good. If we can always look at taking a break at the HMs, unless Vic, you need to.
I'm fine.
Okay, let's go.
Let's get through it. Okay, all right. So now we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas adjacent movies, holiday adjacent. So it's not primarily a movie or show about Christmas. Christmas usually happens in the background, I guess would be the fairest way to put that, the most fair way to put that. So that's pretty much it. We put this out on the social medias, get a little bit of feedback from the Brew Crew. So I guess we'll share that. If we didn't share yours, well, it's probably because we might be talking about it.
Yeah, in which case, we owe you a beer.
Now, I don't know you shit. You owe us a beer. Just kidding.
Thanks, Jerry,
Jerry.
for being so generous. In this
I already
time.
gave them a glass. They can give us a beer now.
All right.
Jared believes the entire people that watch and consume the show are now one person and one entity.
Just one whole person.
You now are on your own.
And now thinks that
He needs-
we're casting you out. You're on a little life raft.
He needs
towing behind the ship.
He needs you to give back now, so it's on you now.
No, just kidding. I can buy my own beer. I'm an adult. Okay, so let's see on Facebook. Eli Went, good friend of mine, he said Out Cold. He said it's not necessarily a Christmas movie, but I think they mention it. It takes place in the snow, and I like to watch it around Christmas. To which I said, good enough. And that's actually kind of a funny movie, so I don't know. It's not a great movie,
No,
but
it's
it's
got
not a bad one.
You know, Zach Galifianakis in it, I think, and it's not a bad one. I do like it.
There's a moment in which they play a game trying to ski or snowboard down the mountain. They're like, all right, whoever has the most beer left in their glass at the end of the run.
Ooh, sorry.
Ends up winning. And I believe this was in the trailer even. And the one guy who ends up winning, he ends up holding most of the beer in his mouth going down the ride. And it's
That's right.
Oh my
Which is a
God.
whole other feat on its own that he didn't gulp it down. Doesn't Zach Galifianakis get his dick stuck in a hot tub jet?
I feel like he does.
I don't remember.
I think that happened in that movie. Craig Wingate, good friend, and then John Wilkins.
I played
And-
softball with Craig.
Yes, he did. And then John Wilkins both said Die Hard, which was also the picture we put up as our example because, of course, this whole thing's inspired by Die Hard. Let's be real. I mean, it's so much of the thing that we pretty much didn't pick that as our main topics because we knew everybody knows Die Hard. This list is inspired by Die Hard.
There's so
Exactly.
many people.
Exactly.
There's so many people this year that were like, "Hey, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's not even Christmas edition."
It's not even. It's got
It's
the.
straight
That's like the
up
whole
Christmas.
argument right now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now we just have to win them over on Die Hard too.
And then Jordan Olson said The Ref with Dennis Leary. I've never seen that.
I've not seen that either, Jordan.
The Ref? Oh,
yeah.
I've seen that.
And I think Eli actually commented, "Hey, that's a great movie." I've never seen it. Though.
Yeah.
I actually both those guys, like taste-wise, usually respect what they say. I've known them both for a long time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
My guess is those would be some good ones. So that's what I got, and then I think that's all I got for the Facebook. Actually, I think I wrote some down for Instagram, but I forgot. Oh, because like everyone on Instagram was one we're gonna do. So.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Whoops.
I got a couple.
Cool. Yeah. What you got?
Okay. So Casey Hooves Fricky, which is actually my sister-in-law, hey sis, says The Holiday, which I have not seen the movie. I don't know anything about it, so you'll have to share that with me, sis. My wife. Oh gosh, she just listed out like 8 different movies. Harry Potter.
Really? Okay.
Home Alone, which I think are actually more Christmas proper movies. Home Alone 1 and 2.
More Christmas.
Absolutely. Well, and remember, Vic got Home Alone for his HN.
That's right.
class. So
That's
Home
right.
Alone, I think, I think that's a Christmas proper.
I think it's a
agree.
Christmas proper.
Yeah, well, thanks for listening to the podcast, honey. Beaches
Thanks, Crystal.
and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And there is actually the very first Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There is a spot where they actually even meet Santa. That's where they get all their cool weapons.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. Oh, and I forgot. Your friend John Wilkins, he did give us more. He said Gremlins.
Ooh, good pick, John.
And,
Thank you, John.
Well, I think so. Vic doesn't think so.
I don't like Gremlins.
It is definitely a Christmas adjacent movie.
and then Lethal Weapon.
Oh,
Which I was like,
Yeah.
how do you fucking say Lethal
why
Weapon?
did we miss it?
Right.
It's a good pick, John. Good pick. Yeah.
There's so many others that other people haven't said. And I'm actually kind of glad about that because now, yeah, I don't know if we're going to eat much beer, but yeah, good picks, everybody. Lethal Weapon and Gremlins, I think are solid additions.
There is, out of all those, there's one movie that I was outrageously surprised nobody brought up. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, good call, man.
Like, I was really surprised because I like that one. That was almost going to be one that I talked about, but I was surprised, yeah, no one brought that up. And then there's another one, Nightmare Before Christmas. Some people argue that's Christmas adjacent. That's definitely, but again, I talked about that last week, so pay attention, people.
All right. Looks like Jerry has actually poured us another beer.
Oh my gosh. Please
Yeah,
don't tell me it's over 9%.
You're gonna have to look this up because this came in a growler. This next beer is entitled "Christmas in Your Mouth," which is probably one of the best titles for a beer that.
And this is our official. Oh, that's. I was so sold when you said that. And this is our official "I Tap That" beer.
Yep.
For those just tuning in, that means it's a beer from here where we live, Idaho. And if we would like it enough to think it's worthy of drinking an entire keg, whether that be by ourselves, with friends, whatever, just is it good enough for us to drink it again and again
and again.
This one's brought to us by Bear Island Brewing Company, who, as a whole, I find fantastic. I'm excited for this.
They are so small, and they need to be so much bigger with how good of brews that they're making. We featured Bear Island on here before. I think
we had their Idaho Potato Ale,
yes,
which is absolutely wonderful, and I recommend that beer to anybody.
Mm-hmm. You can actually go and get the potato ale right now at Heritage Chop House.
A lot of places, Winco, Albertsons around here usually have a bomber of it that I see quite often too. So it's one that you can pick up. And if I recommend one beer from these guys, or almost from Idaho, I love that Idaho Potato Ale.
Tell you what, this Christmas in Your Mouth might give it a run for its money.
We'll see. I've never had this one. It's very dark. What kind of beer we got here, Will?
So this is a winter warmer ale.
Oh my God, it smells spicy.
And
Christmas spicy.
Trying to wait for go up. You missed it. To find it on the website here, right there. It is a winter warmer. It is 7% and sits around 26 IBUs. And the description is literally in the name, as it is a dark colored winter warmer with wonderful hints of cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Enjoy. Also, I know a little bit of little rumored history about this beer, in that the brewer at the very end of the brewing, which we know from our powder house tour, that all of the tastes of the beer usually come at the very end. If you're going to add any kind of additives or anything, right? At the very end, she adds in one of those little mints, or a little chocolate green
and
the
little sparkling
like the
mints.
peppermint one. Yeah, okay.
But it's one of the chocolate green ones. Tastes really good.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
I want you to, take a little note out of that. I got this this whole growler, which is actually you're not supposed to do, from.
Don't call it out. If we're not supposed to, we don't have to call out the place. We have connections.
Well, yeah, that's true. We do have connections. But yeah, you can get this. I think at let's see, you can get this at Old Chicago. You can get this at the tap room. Or the Brewers Tap Room, the one that's over by Paula.
Western Collective?
No, it's the place that supplies all the homebrew kit stuff. Maybe that's at Homebrew Kit store.
Something, I think that it's actually pretty close to that.
Yeah, it's only available in like 3 places out in Idaho right now. But if you can find it right now, go and get it because, as I said before, I've had this beer and yeah.
It smells like if you walk into almost like a pop-up Christmas store. If there was a pop-up Christmas store that sold nothing but Christmas baked goods, and you walked into it, that's what this beer smells like.
Totally.
Just all this Christmas spices and
just Christmas spice like aroma that you spray in the kitchen. That's what it smells like.
Yeah, this has a strong character of peppermint.
Mm-hmm. On Tapped, let's see, I'll have Vic do the numbers, but the description says, our winter seasonal. The description is literally in the name. With notes of cinnamon, brown sugar, nutmeg, etc. It really does taste like Christmas in your mouth.
Yeah, that's intense. So this has 452 total check-ins. It's sitting at a 3.77 on Untapped from 295 ratings. It was added approximately 3 years ago. This beer is it's very interesting. It has a strong peppermint character to the nose as well as the taste profile. I get a chocolatiness to it, just very lightly and just very subtle the way that it comes through on the palate. It's good though. I like it. Very drinkable. I like that it's in that 7% alcohol by volume because these last 2 beers have straight killed me. If I were to rate this beer right now, and I will, I'm going to rate this at a 3.5. I think it's a really decent beer, and it is straight up Christmas in your mouth.
Would you tap it?
I would tap it.
Cool. Cool.
Right.
Very drinkable.
I'm incredibly surprised by this beer. Smell-wise, I'm not gonna lie, it was making me a little nervous. It smells good. Don't get me wrong, but from a beer, I was gonna be like, that's gonna be too much.
Mhm.
And then I took a sip of it, and I'm like, that is surprisingly light and gentle
Yes.
and warm, and I love it. And I'm gonna give it a 3.75, and I'm gonna tap the shit out of it.
Ooh.
Absolutely, the Idaho Potato Ale is still better because I'll drink that year-round no matter what.
Okay.
But this is a very good beer.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I was quite pleasantly surprised, especially off of that aroma.
For a winter warmer, which is what this is, I feel like this embodies everything about Christmas and winter warmer. This to me is one of the most penultimate winter warmer beers that you can have. It is incredibly smooth, incredibly drinkable. It's high ABV, but you don't notice it. I'm going to give this a 4.0.
Woo!
Ah, snap.
And I think I know the answer to the next question, but I've got to ask.
Oh, I'd tap that.
Oh, he tap it.
Tap it.
All
I'd tap
right.
it in a Santa outfit. A kinky Santa outfit. I would tap that.
Getting
Nice.
sexy with that tap. I like it.
All right. Well, excellent job, Bear Island, as always. So if you see this one, make sure you pick it the fuck up.
Yeah. Especially if you're out there at one of those stores, especially I think Old Chicago has it, the one down by the mall. Go out there, find a good beer. This will probably be it. Go pick it up.
Which is definitely not where he picked it up from.
No.
So let's talk about let's get into our movies then. These are our honorable mentions ones first, so the ones we like, but not our necessarily favorites. Because for me, my favorite's pretty. It's easy. It's hands down the best one for me. But the honorable mention one was tough. It really was. Like it's funny to me how for some things like that, there's a decisive first place, and this is a case for me, and then so many seconds that it could change.
Depending upon the day.
Depending on the day, the mood, whatever. It's crazy. So, but let's get on to it. Who wants to go first? Oh, actually, let's do this. Paula will go first. Since he is not here,
Yeah.
I actually asked him to send me what he would like to say, because I know this was something that he was definitely looking forward to. So, his honorable mention, and I'm just going to read verbatim what he said in the text message. Not a movie, but it is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The episode is an Always Sunny Christmas. I'm not sure what season it is, but he says, I will never forget Charlie finding out that his mom banged a bunch of Santa Clauses when he was a kid. And then as an adult, he visits a mall Santa and bites his ear off and yells, did you fuck my mom? Did you fuck my mom? Santa, did you fuck my mom?
How that worked out.
He says, also the claymation daydream scene when the gang in Elf and the California Raisins punished and killed Frank for being a piece of shit human being. Truly a funny, twisted, and memorable Christmas special. I have seen that episode many times, and it's great. It really is fucked, dude. In that moment, yeah, where all these different Santas used to come to my house before they'd go and visit my mom. Dude, Charlie, I think your mom was a whore. What? No.
Pretty sure she was.
Did you ever get into It's Always Sunny, Will?
I have it, and yet at the same time, like hearing that description, it makes me want to go and just watch that episode just to see if I'd be interested in the whole show as a thing. Oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Sounds
Awesome. Yeah, no, that was a good show.
All right, so when do you guys go for your HM then?
I'll go. One of my HMs was Batman Returns.
Great choice.
Shit.
Batman kills more people in that movie in the first, 20 minutes than he does every other Batman movie.
It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, too. It's like a callback from the Batman v Superman situation where Batman straight kills people and then just destroys. But yeah, no, it takes place. We got a penguin in there. We got a lot of Christmas vibes happening. It was released around Christmas time last year. It was yeah, one of my favorites.
I like it.
So I went back, I think about a year ago, and watched that movie for the first time in a long time.
Did it hold up?
No.
That's
It does not hold up.
Well,
like,
no
even a little
no
bit.
Batman movie from the 90s.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Even the original Batman 8, none of them do. But that one painfully doesn't hold up. But that's just like my opinion, man.
At the same time, like I don't think there'll ever be a better penguin than Danny DeVito as the penguin.
Well, I don't know. His was kind of weird. Danny DeVito was a lot of fun. But back to Gotham, the dude, I'm spacing his name right now, but the guy that plays pretty much Penguin Cobblepot in that is great. He is absolutely one of the highlights of that show.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Christopher Walken's in that. Oh man.
Yeah, it's Harvey Dent.
Oh no, yeah,
not as Harvey Dent. He
No,
plays Max Shrek.
yeah.
Harvey Dent was played by Billy D. Williams.
That's fucking right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have to correct
My
myself
bad.
too here because this movie was released in June of 1992, not Christmas time.
But
so
no, it was definitely, there was Christmas in the movie, though. It's based around the Christmas.
exactly. Yeah, no, that's why.
Yeah,
Christmas
it was, okay, I didn't realize it wasn't released around Christmas. I kind of assumed it was too, but I don't remember much in 1992. I was 5. So.
Exactly. Yeah, me as well. So it's kind of a difficult time.
I was 8.
So still.
Yeah,
Still.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your, anything else you want to say about it?
Oh, not really, man. That was pretty much it. It's, not much to say.
We've all seen it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, man. My honorable mention, I actually flip-flop mine. Just thinking about him because I watched my.
dude, that's what I'm saying. It's so hard.
My honorable mention is going to be L.A. Confidential.
Ooh, nice call, man.
This movie starring Guy Pearce and I had his name just a second ago.
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe, the guy who always gets his butt kicked whenever he gets into a bar fight.
Yeah.
The guy
Around
the one that
the
always
world.
kicks your ass when he gets in a bar fight?
No, he gets destroyed. He cannot fight. I look it up. Anyways,
I thought that was the opposite of what I remember hearing.
No. He gets destroyed. No, this movie is awesome. It has Kevin Spacey in it, James Cromwell, Kim Basinger, Danny DeVito. It features 3 kind of stories at the beginning
Hold up,
that
real
all
quick,
feature
if I
Christmas.
may. That's 3 choices in a row with Danny DeVito.
Oh, you're goddamn right it was. Yeah.
How weird is that? That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I
No,
just
you're
heard it
right.
3
That's very
times in a
weird.
row. and I'm like,
That is
that's
very
weird.
That is weird.
No, good. No. good
Sorry,
connection,
Will. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, we got to point out the strange and interesting of this episode. So yeah, that's all of our episodes. But yeah, it's very weird. You kind of derailed my train, but that's all right. Yeah, all 3 of the stories kind of feature around Christmas at the beginning and part of this movie, and it kind of tells the story of like, okay, where's this going? What's happening? And you start to kind of figure out that this movie is definitely it's kind of like a proper detective movie, like a whodunit kind of a thing, like who's setting who up for
whodunit.
yeah, for frame and murder and corruption and all of that, and who is the bad guys. I can't speak high enough praise about this movie. I think it was up for a couple Academy Awards. Just very, very good period piece. It's in LA, so you don't know that it's obviously a Christmas adjacent movie, which I feel like is kind of important for our topic. And
I've never seen it.
all right, next time I am seeing you, I am loading the I'm loaning you my discs. All right. This movie came out in 1997. It has got an 8.3 rating out of 4. And
Out of 10, you mean?
yeah, I'm sorry.
I
I've been
know.
drinking.
Yep.
It's rated R, and yeah, it's 2 hours and 18 minutes long.
We are just literally reading the IMDb. We have been drinking. These beers are high alcohol by volume. My mind just scattered. This is a difficult This is difficult to write in.
Like literally, as you were drawing on the screen right then, my mind was just like, all right, it went. I don't know.
It's hard.
We've been drinking, and that's what happened. So I apologize. Hopefully,
Easily
the rest of my
distractible.
sentences
All right.
be more
Well.
coherent. But yeah, go see LA Confidential, especially you, Jerry.
I will. I'll get on it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'll jump.
So my honorable mention came out February 29th, 2008.
None of these movies comes out near December.
Right, that's also the leap year
Yeah.
day on that one.
True story.
This is a movie from the UK. The director is, what's his fucking name? Oh, God. Martin McDonagh.
Oh, what was that? Say it again for him.
Martin McDonagh.
Okay.
But it's in Bruges with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, and also a little bit of Ralph Fiennes. So this was the movie that really kind of made me turn the page, as you were, turn a leaf on Sir Colin Farrell.
Oh,
I always thought he was kind of a fucking douchebag.
sure.
But he's so good in this. And so Brendan Gleeson. They're both fucking great. But essentially, it is based in Bruges, Belgium.
Belgium.
And Colin Farrell is a hitman, and so is they all are. They're essentially hitmen, but it's a hit gone wrong. Essentially, Colin Farrell kills a guy, but the bullet goes through him and accidentally kills a kid also.
Oh,
Which is a massive no-no in this hitman organization. That's the one rule. They don't have you don't kill ladies, you don't kill children. Never. Unforgivable. So they're pretty much supposed to hang out in Bruges to figure out what they're going to do next, which is going to be, of course, kill Colin Farrell. So it's just kind of a wacky adventure. I don't want to spoil it because I know it's not a terribly popular movie, and I think a lot of people should get out there and see it. But it's freaking hilarious. Really well written, good story, outrageous amount of heart, phenomenal acting, twists and turns, real good humor. Yeah, so that's my honorable mention is In Bruges.
In Bruges.
Have you guys seen that movie?
I have not seen this movie. To counter your,
I have not
my
seen
movie.
it either.
Really? Well, I think it's a little less surprising than, LA Confidential, but he did In Bruges, the other movie, and by this guy being Michael Madonna, I'm not sure, McDonagh. I don't know how to pronounce that. But he's done a lot of McDonagh. There's no Hugh at the end of it. He's done a lot of great movies, though. He also wrote and directed 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which is absolutely phenomenal if you haven't seen that one. 7 Psychopaths. What else did he
Is that based on Seven Samurai?
No.
Okay.
Okay, maybe that's it. But those 3 movies are really, really freaking good. So yeah, watch In Bruges. Or don't.
Or not.
Or do.
Well, maybe.
But maybe not.
You do you.
You do you. You're right. Well, before we get on, since we have so much beer here, there's really only one thing we can do.
Drink more beer.
Yeah. How you guys feeling before you drink one?
Well, I'm warm. That's good.
You need a minute?
Very
I've
warm.
collected myself now, though. I feel good.
Yeah.
Good. You gonna keep
I
going?
hope.
I mean, we can. I'd like to break, but
All right.
I
We'll take a quick one and then we'll be right back.
Enjoy the set.
That's all right.
Our stream on.
Right, if you're watching live
Insta.
on Instagram or YouTube, give us 2 to 4 minutes. Maybe
He
we'll
really
be back.
means 4 to 8. Yeah, it paused there. We lost connection. So.
Yeah, I think it only goes for like 45 minutes and then it stops automatically.
Where am I running out with battery? 35, 40.
32.
Okay.
It's actually doing pretty okay.
I know. For time and everything, we're actually soaring through this episode.
I don't think we have much time left.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
right
think
about
we're doing
now.
pretty good.
We've only been going an hour, right?
Yeah, right around there, a little less, I
You
think.
needed the break, sir.
Yeah, I gotta write this down.
My ratings have been high today.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm feeling more generous.
It's Christmas.
I will sit here for the amusement of everybody online because I am a champion and an endurance player, meaning I don't have to pee as much as those two. Weak bladders. Yeah, bad genes. Yeah.
Sad tale.
This is interesting. I can actually see the television now with our new setup. So quite interesting to see Vic's notes on the screen, which is kind of cool. He's writing down all the beers, and so far there's 3 of them. And then he also writes down the breaks and possibly any times that we might need to cut, you know, for, I don't know, something that we might say wrong or do wrong or get wrong, or there's a big loud bang. I think we missed the one where Jerry slammed the growler into the table, but that's all right. Yeah, called out to it earlier. Got Optimus Prime out here because Bumblebee's coming out. Got Sonic because there's a weird, freaky movie poster with Sonic the Hedgehog silhouetted as a muscular man hedgehog, which is just freaking weird. Got Spider-Man out here because, you know, Into the Spider-Verse just released this past Friday. I have yet to see it. I'm super stoked to go see it, though. I might have to sneak out and go see that sometime. And we've also got Gizmo for Gremlins because, you know, Gremlins is a Christmas adjacent movie.
It sure is.
So, yeah, man.
Gizmo Funyuns.
We've got, what, 2 more beers? So we're going to have to hustle.
Oh, gosh.
I know, right? Oh, darn. So hard. We have to drink more.
Tough.
Ouch. We have horrible, horrible lives. We have to drink more beer. Darn. Dude, that Christmas in your mouth, man.
That's a great beer. I
It
like
grows
it.
on you.
It
so
does.
Much.
Man, yeah, I am just, oh God, I am there right now. This is going to be hard to reel in for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't quite feel it, but that means that I'm like right at the pinnacle of a bout.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Like,
Good.
but I also didn't finish the 12%er.
Oh, okay.
So.
We're fucking both of mine are.
Oh, well, I'm the only asshole actually drinking the beers then, so
Fine.
fuck you guys.
Fine. You know what I tell my son? He's like, fine. He goes, oh, fine. And I go, no, not fine. You say yes, daddy. He's like, oh, yes, daddy. I'm like, all right.
I told Jessica the same thing.
Yeah. It's a dominance thing. Gotta teach your kids to respect. Fine, I'll finish the rest of this.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was an option. I just didn't want to waste expensive beer, so there's
I'm not
that.
wasting it. I just wanted to come back to it. Holy crap, that is strong. Yeah, I'm glad I rated that at what I rated it because I couldn't rate it higher.
No, yeah.
It's a great effort, but I could not finish a bomber by myself. Like maybe in 2 hours. But ugh. All right. I think we're going to be coming back in. Jerry, you want us to bring us back since you left us out, or do you want me to bring us back? What do you want to do?
Bring us back and get some cups real quick.
And we don't have to drink both of these if we want to leave out the.
We got one more topic, and then we can finish up with beer. We just start with the beer, do each of our things. Vic or me, since Jerry read PK's HM, I think you or I should read the other one.
What was the other one?
I'll read it then.
I guess I just don't have much access to the whatever it is.
I don't have much access to the internet with a giant computer in front of me.
It's a regular size computer.
That thing's, it's what, a 15 or a 17 inch?
15.
It's a 15, but it has a 10 key on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big computer.
No, I prefer the 10 key because I really dislike having something smaller.
Agreed. I think we're all agreed on that. All right. Coming back from a break, you said you were good? Okay.
I also think that fart followed me in here.
Oh, it totally did, you bastard.
You dickhole.
Ugh.
It could have been worse. I could have just straight up let it in here.
Or you could have shat in a corner. That would have been way worse. That's basically what you did, only in your pants. So you have to feel that. Enjoy.
Feel it.
Feel it.
I think I'm not enjoying it. Come on now.
Everybody likes their own brand, Jared.
Everybody likes their own brand. No one else.
Oh man.
Uh,
All right, Doc.
okay, God, I'm there.
Hello.
This is not gonna get better. Okay, here we go.
Just hurry through it.
3, 2, 1. Nope. 1. Oh, jeez. 1.
Ho, 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 we're back. Thanks for your patience there. For, I don't know, what, till we got back. Well, you had to wait a whole 15 seconds if you're listening to this. Time to drink another beer. I guess this one I'm excited about. This beer literally comes with like little ornaments on it. It's called the Celebrator Doppelbock. It's the finest Bavarian Doppelbock from Ayinger Brewery.
Ayinger?
Ayinger, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. From Aying, Germany. Maybe it's Germany.
As soon as you're
Might be
done
a RG.
pouring that.
Feel it.
Feeling it. Whatever, I don't know how that song goes.
Clearly.
All right, I'm popping this because Jerry's too lazy to pour. He just wants to show it off on Instagram and
Pop that top. Pop it. Pop that top. Now pop it. Guys, I am drunk already. This is a good day.
you have been drinking a little bit before.
I think this cute little goat thing here just might have to go on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm taking one.
Are you?
I am. Celebrator Doppelbock by Ayinger, the finest Bavarian Doppelbock. 6.7 ABV. Sitting, this beer is actually 11.2 fluid ounces. They cheaped you. They cheaped you out of that extra however many point ounces.
I think that's just how the Germans do it.
Okay. On the back it says dark, malty, and rich. Ayinger at the foot of the Bavarian Alps is one of the world's most respected breweries, family owned and operated since 1878. It probably says that on all of the back of the bottles, not specifically about this beer. But we're going to have to wait for Vic to get any kind of more info about it because there's nothing else on the bottle.
It says on here, Bayer Beer. I'm sure that's exactly how you pronounce it. But there's this little symbol on it that says it's protected geographical indication. I wonder if their actual brewery's been around for so long, it's now a protected landmark. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Vic, for bringing that up on the website. Are you too drunk to read that, or do you want me to do it? Or
No, I can do it. I just had to translate the page. This is in legit German, so this is a Google translation of what we're actually reading.
Oh, no,
Nice.
that's cool.
It says, this award-winning Doppelbock is the dessert beer among our beer specialties. Its deep mahogany color tends to be ruby red. Excuse me. The sensationally firm foam is surrounded by a nutty caramel-like scent and a touch of cedar wood. A velvety, full body is accompanied by spicy notes in the finish. The Ayinger Celebrator is a full-bodied, strong beer that is consistently voted one of the best beers in the world in the annual international ranking, available in the
Fishy bottle.
Vichy bottle at times in the 301 keg. So we have a dark Doppelbock alcohol content at 6.7 with an original wort of 18.5 degrees.
Brewer's notes. Okay, well, let's see how this one is. They seem to be hyping it up quite a bit. Another dessert beer.
This is like your anti-episode, isn't it, Jerry?
Oh, that's a weird smelling one. Sometimes I don't mind dessert beers, but they're definitely not my forte.
You're right. That is a weird smell. This smells like a place that you would go to brew your own beer. Is what it smells like.
Yeah.
It smells like a not a brewery, because I find that breweries don't smell like this unless there's actually like a kettle on heat at the moment. But yeah, this definitely tastes like a place you would go and do your own homebrew.
Yeah, I'm getting like a cheesy sort of a almost a dairy quality to it.
I give a hint of that. Not quite so much, but a little bit.
I don't know if I had a stroke or what, but I'm getting a high tomato soup profile off of it. Both
No.
smell and taste.
I can see that with the acidity and the
I'm sorry, I just had to think about the absurdity of that sentence. And now I'm gonna go back and try and see if it holds up.
I get the acidity and a bit
Holy
of
crap,
the
you're right.
It's weird, dude.
What the hell? Tomato soup.
Yeah, straight up.
a bit of the savory element to it as well.
Like a vegetable soup.
Yeah.
We got a 3.81. All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's rate it.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Vic.
You're good.
What do you guys think? What would you rate it?
275.
A 2.75, so not a fan.
No, I do not like this beer.
This was $3.50 a bottle. So two of them were $7. They sold them in 4-packs, and I think the 4-pack was $12.50 or something like that, right around there. So with that, I would give this adult beverage. Let me try one more sip. Hold up.
I know I'm going last. I already got my rating, I think, but keep going, Jerry.
We'll see if it changes, but I really can't get over this like tomato soup vibe that I'm getting from this.
Just to be clear, I hate tomato soup.
And for the record, I fucking hate tomato soup.
It's the worst.
So
I like tomato soup.
I would legitimately give this beer a 2.
Yeah, okay. So
I'm
I'm
still
being
gonna put
nicer
that
than
little
you are.
ornament thing on my tree, but a 2.
Yeah. So you're being kinder than I am, I think so.
Well, you said a 2.75.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I'm super drunk. Okay, I'm not tracking the conversation.
That would be
well.
less kind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm not.
Are you
tracking the
going to
conversation
finish the rest of your?
well. Probably not. Probably not. I will, but
I don't think you should.
I'll become less coherent as time goes on.
I'm with Jerry on this. I'm going to give it a 2.25.
Yeah.
It's
well-rated beer tonight, huh?
compared to what we just had. Like, yeah, maybe that's skewing my judgment a bit, but I've been like pretty on the high end of rating beers tonight versus both of you. Yeah, this is the 2.25 beer for me. It is. I would not be coming back to this, especially at $3 a bottle for a 6-pack. That's like niche. It's $18.
That's exactly. Well, I said that it was a 4-pack
Mm.
that they sold it in, and I think that was like $12.50. So
Okay.
like 50 cents cheaper than buying them individually or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm bummed because I was really fucking excited for this beer. I
Yeah.
love box. I love double box, and this is in general just kind of one of the fucking just the worst ones I've had.
Yeah, agreed. I almost want to change my rating down to a 2.
Go for it.
All right, 2 it is.
You haven't checked it in yet. That's fine.
I haven't, so it's getting a 2. I've been trying to do that more lately. Has been trying to reach down into the 2 and
Sometimes I feel like we're too
1.0
nice with
Yeah.
the way we rate beers.
A lot of the stuff that we rate is like 3, 3.0, 3.5, that kind of thing, and I feel like our average is probably like 3, 3.5 because we actually like beer. I mean, that's kind of one of the things, but we have to call it out when it's not that great.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to use the
Well,
full
and-
spectrum.
And then
of
keep in
rating.
mind the price of this beer too. That really knocks it down a bit. I mean, you do get a cheap little ornament with it,
Which is cool.
which is cool, but not worth it
Ultimately, no.
ultimately. All right, well, let's get on to our main Christmas motherfucking movies. Christmas adjacent movies.
I don't want to finish on that beer. We better be pouring another beer today.
That's a fair point. That's not really the beer I want to finish on either. All right, who wants to talk about Paula's main movie for him?
I will read
Okay.
it. I will. Will, I am. I'm pulling it up.
Now, this was interesting because this was almost going to be, I think, Vic's main pick.
Well, and the other thing is, I'm really surprised that nobody online called this out because it has incredible reverence right now.
I was just kind of surprised. This is one of the lowest responded to ones.
Yeah.
From all the things that we did. I just don't think that many people care about Christmas adjacent movies.
Well, all right. So Paula's his favorite Christmas adjacent movie pick is Rocky IV. And I think that because it's the fourth one, I mean, people could, it's the fourth movie.
But still maybe the best one.
I agreed. I'm just going to read what he wrote because he nails it. Rocky IV. It's my favorite Rocky movie. Rocky needs to avenge Apollo's death. Rocky fights Drago on Christmas and wins. And I mean, a Creed. So cutting in here a little bit. Creed 2 just came out and features, Michael B. Jordan as Apollo Creed's son fighting against Drago's son. So incredibly relevant, like I said. And then Apollo goes on, at the end, Rocky wishes his son Merry Christmas after defeating Drago and making Russia and the world fucking love him.
That is right, because all of Russia ended up cheering for the Americans on that one.
Cheered Rocky
He's
at the end.
He's got the heart.
Yeah.
Rocky IV is so great, man. It really is. Like I said, it was the best Rocky movie until Creed came along. And I still haven't seen Creed 2, which I'm kind of beating myself up for.
Ditto. There's like 5 movies I want to see.
There's a lot of them. There's so many good movies this winter.
And normally I'm on top of that, but I haven't been of late. So yeah, good choice, PK. We miss you.
Excellent work.
Does anybody else want to go next for their number one pick, as it were?
I guess I can get it out of the way, unless you want to go, Vic.
No, I don't care, man.
That's about where we're at.
I was going to say, I don't know how you're so drunk right now, but you did drink way more of your beer than I did. I'm kind of pussyfooted.
I'm drinking more beer than both of you, so you can go fuck yourselves.
I gotta get up early and drive real far tomorrow. So I'm kind of
okay. We all have excuses. That's fine.
Excuses. You got a promotion. Suck it up. You did that to yourself.
I guess I accepted it. Oh wow, our comments just blew up on the Instagram. What do they say? What?
Cheers. I don't know. I'm gonna go figure out why you tell us about your main one.
So this is one that our good friend of the show, Shelly Hopkins, commented that I didn't bring up because it was my pick. Again, this is one of my all-time favorite movies, not just a Christmas movie, or Christmas adjacent, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but it is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, directed by
Shane Black.
Thank you. And really, so it came out in 2005. Can't remember exactly when in 2005. A lot of people credit Iron Man as to being the movie that brought back Robert Downey Jr. It's hands down Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, in my opinion. So obviously the RDJs, those, Val Kilmer, and the debut of Michelle Monaghan.
Valley Kilmer's, yeah. That's a great pick, man. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a great fucking movie. I love the detective aspect to it. I love Valley Kilmer's, and RDJ, like, it is just a love letter to the detective genre.
But so it kind of starts off. RDJ is it starts off with a scene of a little boy and girl doing a magic show, essentially a saw and half sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
She screams and freaks out, and everybody thinks she's getting saw in half, but she's not. Kind of a bitch move on her part.
I saw a chainsaw.
A chainsaw. She's like, I'm going to be an actress. To which I'm like, okay, so you can act, but allegedly you can, but you can't because you didn't follow the script and you just ruined your fucking friend's magic performance, you little shit.
She also got beat.
She also did get slapped. That was an overreaction, though. Probably shouldn't slap your children, especially in public.
I agree.
In general.
You shouldn't beat your children. You need to discipline them with instruction.
But then it goes off to Robert Downey Jr. and a friend robbing a toy store at night.
This is not Home Alone 2.
This is not Home Alone 2, but it is in New York. And, you know, the train, whatever goes by, knocks off the alarm system. They're running out. Some lady in an alley tries to stop them. Friend gets shot. Robert Downey Jr. keeps running from the cops and somehow stumbles into a movie audition.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right. And the part kind of fits his situation perfectly. And they're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. We got to get him on the next flight out to Hollywood. And all of a sudden we're in Hollywood.
All the while, Robert Downey Jr. is narrating this whole thing.
Correct.
Narrating it badly.
Badly, but hilariously. And he knows he's a bad narrator.
Oh,
He
yeah.
kind of tells you in it.
Doing it in the only way he probably could.
Right. So, and then he's at a party and he gets introduced into Val Kilmer's character, Gay Perry, who was a private detective and also gay, strangely enough. It's one of those ones that's weird to me in 2005. This one was kind of groundbreaking in the sense that there was a lot of homophobic connotation humor in it. Some of it negative, but done in a purposeful way that you shouldn't stereotype or be mean to somebody because they're gay, sort of thing. So it was weird that a lot of shit they did in this movie you couldn't get away with today in regards to that, but you should be able to because it was kind of.
Well, I think the overall arcing theme of that and that character played by Val Kilmer is that you end up respecting that guy a lot.
Exactly.
Because he does put up with a lot of shit.
Well, and he's a great dude, and the fact that he's gay, all it does is gives him more adversity to go through at this time and makes his character all the better for it.
Exactly.
I think. And also Val Kilmer, one of my all-time favorite actors, so I just love him in it. But it's, yeah, again, a really great movie. It's one, again, I don't want to get too far into it because a lot of people haven't seen it, but it is an absolutely great story, a good detective homage. Two stories that seem unrelated wind up being the same story, kind of like almost Coen Brothers-esque. But just a genuinely hilarious, well done movie.
Yeah. Michelle Monaghan is in this. She was, I think, recently in all of the Mission Impossibles. Not all of them, but
the last several. She's got pretty big, but yeah, this was her debut movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also Val Kilmer, he played that the gay character. He did not play that overtly gay.
No, not by any stretch.
You wouldn't ever guess that, except for the fact that it's mentioned like 20 times in the middle of the movie.
Exactly. And it's funny because Robert Downey Jr. is such an idiot, and he's so mean to Robert Downey Jr. for being stupid. And it's some of the funniest fucking lines, dude, in movie history.
No, get out of my car. Go.
Right.
Leave. I have to leave. Go.
It's like, do you know what you'll find if you look up, the word idiot in the dictionary, a picture of me? No, the definition of the word idiot, which you fucking are. Dude, I love his delivery on that so much. And then the one part, he's like, what do you think, I'm stupid? No, I think you wouldn't know how to eat if you didn't flap your gums so fucking much. Yes, I think you're stupid. Like, he's just so mean and poignant, but he's so smart and sassy about it that you're just kind of like, yeah, he's right, though.
He really is. And Robert Downey Jr. plays a very, very lovable idiot.
He does. He really does.
It's
so,
great.
Again, that is hands down my favorite Christmas adjacent movie. Watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Also, Shane Black, the director, loves Christmas.
We did Iron Man 3, which is another Christmas-based one. Shane Black, for the most part, is pretty good. I mean, except he did do Iron Man 3.
Okay.
He has a lot of good movies also.
What was the other movie that he did that was also Christmas adjacent? Because he's done a lot. It was it The Long Kiss Goodnight?
Did he do that one?
Was that it? Or was it the other one that I'm mind blanking on? Yeah. Anyways, Kyle V on our Instagram says that you look absolutely sauced. And he also says no to tomato soup. And I can't remember the third comment that he had, but I think he tells us to keep on rocking it. So
thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. We'll hit you back up sometime soon.
Oh, well, he did Lethal Weapon.
Oh, okay,
Another
well,
Christmas
there you
one.
go. There's
Did you say The Long Kiss Goodnight? Is that
Yeah.
what you said? Yep, you were right on
All right,
that
so
one.
that is it. That's the one.
Last
with Gina,
Action Hero,
Gina
The
Davis,
Last
right?
Boy Scout. God damn it, he did some good
Yeah,
stuff.
Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis is another Christmas, well done Christmas adjacent movie that if you haven't seen it, just go look it up and watch it. Like there should be a thing, like some channel that's, I know that there is a channel that is doing a 24-hour marathon of Die Hard as their Christmas movie on Christmas.
Is it
Nice.
just Die Hard or all of the Die
No,
Hard?
it's just the first one. It's just Die
Well, the
Hard.
second one's, the first and second one are both around Christmas.
That's correct.
None of the other ones are though. Right?
None of the other ones are. 3 is around, I want to say, Memorial Day, or it's under like some kind of Veterans Day, some kind of plot like that. And then the 4th one, Live Free or Die Hard, which is released in theaters as PG-13. The only one that has been released in theaters is PG-13. I believe there was an uncut version that was rated R.
Yeah, there was.
That one was actually based on the 4th of July.
Mhm.
And then the 5th one didn't have a holiday
Yeah,
theme,
holiday
which
theme.
was crap. It should have had a holiday theme. I don't care if it's the Easter Bunny, just have some kind of holiday
Look, it's
theme.
Arbor Day. Let's plant a tree in this bitch.
Yeah. Anyways, it just broke the theme on that, and I think that's actually what ruined it. They screwed with this magic sauce of Die Hard. Anyways, going way back, yeah, I think that whoever that channel is that's doing the 24-hour marathon of Die Hard should actually just do 24-hour, Christmas adjacent movies for like, I don't know, a week. Have one each day. And that should be one of them. Long Kiss Goodnight, all the ones that we've mentioned, Gremlins, all of it. Yeah, be good. Anyways, Vic, do you want to do? No, I'm sorry, Jerry. Let's pop our final beer. Hopefully, something better to land on.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we were going to do another beer. I just really don't want to finish on that.
That last one.
On the Doppelbock.
Pelican Brewing. This is one we've had on the beer a few times. Another Oregon beer on the beer a few times.
Based out
On
in
the podcast.
Cannon Beach, Oregon, I believe.
It says Oregon Coast, USA, and Cannon Beach is on the coast, so you very well may be onto something.
I am on something. That's exactly where they are. I know exactly that brewery.
This is called the Bad Santa. This is a Cascadian dark ale. Like I said, I like Pelican Brewing as a whole, so I'm sure this one will hold up. We got 7.5, so a little bit more gentle on this one, Vic. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm just totally not worried about it anymore.
Your eyes are so glazed over right now.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear you explain your
it's not gonna happen very well.
pick. Well, obviously, this is a dork beer, as you would expect, because it is called a Cascadian dark. Do we have anything on their website there?
That's a dork. I think that's the first
Or
time I've heard
untapped.
that. A dork beer.
Dork.
Yeah, and dark New York beer.
Dark New York beer. Apparently, this brewery, it's saying, is actually out of Tillamook, Oregon.
They're in both.
They're in both. They probably do have more than one brewery.
Oh, I am very sorry.
Easy there, Will. Easy.
It's my first time
God
sitting in this
damn.
location.
God damn.
Leave me alone. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Come on, Jerry.
All right. On the bottle, it says, "You better watch out. You better not cry." That's not how the song goes. "You better not pout. And here's telling you why."
That is exactly how the song goes.
Is it?
It's Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's telling you why. All right. No, Christmas music sucks. Yeah, I said it. Bad Santa has arrived. Brewed for a limited time each holiday season, this mysterious dark nectar is filled with complex flavors and aromas. Toasted malt and roasted character blends seamlessly with the alluring herbal hop aroma that comes from copious amounts of fugal hops. Fugal hops?
Fuggy hops.
It's Fuggle.
Have you never heard of figgy pudding?
That's clearly a fuggle.
Figgy.
Fuggle.
Figgy.
Look at the fucking bottle.
I can read it right off the website, but I'm telling you that's pronounced figgy.
Fuggle is pronounced figgy.
Yes.
That's stupid. Bad Santa doesn't care if you've been naughty or nice as long as this beer is on your list. There's no way that's how you spell it. I've never
I was
listened to
just thinking
spelling
about
figgy pudding.
I was just thinking about that. It's probably supposed to be figgy pudding, but it's Fuggle hops.
I think you just don't know what the photo you're talking about.
You are correct. It is Fuggle hops.
I'm not that drunk.
I'm just thinking of the song too much.
Oh, God. I'm just thinking too much. Okay.
It gets in the way.
So we got a 3.69 on Untapped. Huh?
Sure.
Are you even going to try this?
Nope. No, I did try this. It's fine. I don't have any characteristics to note though, because my brain's not working that way right now.
7.5 ABV, 65 IBUs.
Get your shit together, Dick.
This comes
together. I can get it.
This comes from 8,386 ratings. And total check-ins is 12,581. So really, like 2/3 of the people that are actually checking into this beer are rating it. The top rating is, the average rating is 3.69. Again, 7.5 ABV, so it's at 6.65 IBUs. And it was added in 2010, November 2010. So.
Do you remember what we paid for this, Nick?
It was about $1.89 a bottle.
Another one right around the $2 a bottle
I
range.
do
That
recall
sounds right.
that,
Super
yeah.
well priced. I like the 7.5. This is a lot more mellow. Definitely a lot less going on than the other ones. No tomato soup flavor, thank God.
Oh, it's hoppy.
It is a little hoppier, a lot less malty than some of the other ones. You can really actually taste the hops in it. I dig this one, man. I like that 3.69 rating. I think I'll give this a 3.5, 3.75, right around there. I'm not quite sure, but in that general vicinity, I kind of dig it.
Cascadian Dark. I don't know. Let me see this. I'm not a giant fan, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I think this is, as far as stouts and porters are concerned, like, I don't really like these beers as a whole.
Well, it's not a stout or a porter. It's a dark ale.
It's a dark IPA,
A
actually.
dark, yeah. So it's not as.
The
It definitely
Cascadian-
tastes a lot. It's not as thick as a porter or a stout, but it does still sit heavy for sure.
It is very heavy. It is described as a Cascadian dark ale, but I think that just means it's a black IPA. And I normally like black lagers. Black IPAs, that's about how I feel about them. I'm kind of with
Yeah,
Nick on
So you don't
that.
like black IPAs or people. You're racist.
I don't know how you come to those conclusions.
It's natural for him. He just can't.
He just looks at other people that look like him and he judges them. He says, "No, you're a racist." Anyways, Vic, did you give this a rating at all?
No. I would rate this a 3.25. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not my favorite cup of tea, but it's for what it is. I'm not mad at it. But it goes with a grain of salt simply because I'm pretty there right now. So
Yeah, you
take it as you will.
What about you, William?
I am. Yeah, I'm buzzed. I'm gonna give this a. What did I write down? See, that's that much that I have to check.
Sure.
I'm giving this a 3.0. I am not of the dark IPA liking, and I normally like dark beers. Dark IPAs, I don't know, not so much. It's too heavy with what it is. It feels like I'm choking down a Christmas tree or a pine cone.
Yeah.
A little bit. Some people might be into that. I'm not. So, but at the same time, it gets like an average rating for me.
You're not into
so.
getting choked?
No, I'm not. I'm not that BDSM.
It's too bad. Try new things. That's surprising to me because I think this is one of the more gentle beers of the night. So I think you two are just couple of pussies.
No, I know my
That's not.
I know my beer of the night. Do we want to do beer of the night already?
I mean, we can. We might as well.
All right, my beer of the night is the Christmas in Your Mouth. That thing is so gentle and so smooth and warming. It cuddled me right to wanting to be in a nice little spot.
What was your beer of the night, Vic?
God, that's a hard tell. I'm not a huge fan of whatever I'm drinking tonight.
He's like, nah, no beers win.
What did I mark it at 3.5? Whatever the beer I marked it at 3.5 is, I don't even give a shit anymore. It's what it is.
That was the Christmas in Your Mouth as well.
Thank you. Okay. I'm glad you're paying attention.
I'm trying.
Oh,
I
man.
feel like I might be the most coherent at the moment, but it's a race between me and Jerry.
Well, when you don't eat all day and you guys have probably at least 50 to 80 pounds on me, that's just how this works.
Yeah, Jerry's got 50, I've got the 80, and most of that's in height. But Jerry also, if you look at the table on our live stream, Jerry has not, I think he's finished one of the beers. He has been drinking all day, where I haven't. I had to drive here, but.
Yeah, I have been drinking the beers today, so there's that.
I don't know what my favorite one would be. I didn't really hate. I know the Celebrator was definitely my least favorite. Other than that, I'm honestly not sure.
Well, if I was to guess, it'd probably be the first one or the Christmas in Your Mouth, or maybe even the Mother Earth Winter.
Yeah, probably. You might be right. It might be the first one, or that Mother Earth. I just took another sip of since it's warmed up, and it's about 30% better.
It's better warm, but it is so powerful.
But it does get the coffee. It's very coffee forward, and that bothers me a little bit. I don't like beers that have too much coffee flavor in them.
What did you rate the Pelican again?
I don't think I did rate it. I give it a 3.5 though.
I was gonna say, I thought you gave it a 3.5.
Going back to the Christmas in Your Mouth, it's spicier. It's Christmassier. I'm liking it. It's nice. Let's go back to the Celebrator again.
Oh, the one you hate?
Still sucks. Still sucks.
Good to know.
Yeah, Christmas in Your Mouth. Let's
There you
go with
go.
that one. I think that's the most appropriate, the most actual winter style beer. So Idaho wins. tonight.
Again,
There we go. All right.
awesome.
Well, why don't you two motherfuckers stumble through your movies real quick so we can get ahead of here.
Let's do it. Vic, what do you got? I
Big
think,
power through. Come on.
I think I got 8% on my laptop for YouTube people.
All right, here's what I'm gonna go with. It's the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is my pick simply because I like it so much, and I'm not gonna be coherent about this, so I'm simply gonna move on.
We've all
And
seen
not
this movie
describe it.
quite a bit.
It's an iconic
It
movie.
really
If you haven't
is.
seen it, get to it. If not, then that's on you.
That's on you. But a great one, an excellent pick, probably the best of the vacation movies. Maybe.
No, I think it is.
You think so? It very well could be.
It is.
I really do love that one. So absolutely a great pick.
It's vacation, but it's vacation at home.
Vacation at home. It's like the family came to vacation. A staycation. Christmas staycation.
Yeah.
What do you got? What? Finish up. Finish strong.
Thank you, Vic.
Not really.
One
That's where I'm at right now.
It's all right. We love you, Bill. All right, here we go. My top pick has to be Trading Spaces.
I got a lot of mentions on both Facebook and Instagram, and I've
It
never
did?
seen that one either.
Oh, you have to let me know because I owe them then.
Yeah.
I owe at least the first person that voted over here. Yeah, Trading Spaces. This movie is with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Wonderful, wonderful movie. It's actually based on The Prince and the Pauper, which is an old tale. In this case, the Dukes, which are basically Wall Street moguls, they're kind of pulling the strings on things. This is all kind of centralized around one basic stock that they all kind of trade around, which is CFOJ, which stands for Concentrated Frozen Orange Juice,
Okay.
which has a lot to do with the weather. And mainly, I think the reason why they chose that is just because it's a constant stock that is pretty simple to understand, right? The weather's bad, CFOJ goes down. The weather's good, CFOJ goes up, right? And so there's like some insider trading that goes on, but what this is about is Eddie Murphy is a street beggar performer and is really, really good at that. And this is also done before he had kids. So, this is back in his like stand-up days where he was pretty edgy, really good. I think I brought it up on IMDb here. If you give me a second. Yeah, this was actually made in 1983. It's rated R. And it's about how a snobbish investor on a Wiley Street con artist find their positions reversed as part of a bet by two callous millionaires, which are the Dukes. So yeah, basically, Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd switch places, and this movie takes place all around like the Christmas season, I believe, even into New Year's. But essentially, the main part, I mean, this movie's hilarious, but if you are watching it, like the one part that just had me rolling in my seat laughing at this movie was the part where Dan Aykroyd, goes from like top class suits millionaire kind of person. He actually he tried to break into the company Christmas party, wearing a Santa suit, a stolen Santa suit, and goes in there, makes a scene, steals the salmon off of the buffet line, and stuffs it into his Santa suit. And then later, as he's riding the bus back from his failure, like pulls the salmon out from his suit and then proceeds to eat it through the crappy, like stolen rented Santa suit beard. And it's just gross and dark and dirty and disgusting. And sometimes that embodies Christmas. And if you just need to go and look up, if anything, that scene, because it is magical of how low a person can get. And he's just eating this salmon and just writhing in how much he just hates the Dukes and what they've done to him.
That's pretty funny.
So
Yeah, that's right. I have seen this movie.
Go look up Trading
It's been a long
Places.
time, but yeah, if you haven't seen that one, definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It is hilarious. It holds up. Go check it out.
And if we missed anything, if you didn't get a chance to get your comment in, but you want to now, leave one on the comments on your podcast app. Send us a tweet, Facebook, Instagram message, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, whatever. But we just want to know what you think and which one of our movies do you think is the best.
Jerry's at the Basco Fiasco on Twitter, or just Jerry Basco on Facebook.
Mhm.
You can find us on Brewnomics, at Brewnomics on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the likes, all the regular social medias. And I'm at Sinclair Will on Twitter and on Facebook. And hey, you won't find me on Instagram or anything because I've got too much going on in my life already.
That's all right. You guys doing anything, watching anything, reading anything, playing anything?
Oh, I'm so. I made it through season 1 of Young Justice. I'm really trying to nail that down and get all the way through season 2
A lot of episodes.
before the new year, because I know that's when season 3 is going to debut. So that's my goal.
Mhm.
Other than that, I haven't been doing much. I know I'm going to be going to see a couple movies over the Christmas season. My wife's birthday is coming up here, so we'll probably go see a movie or two.
Awesome.
But yeah,
And then we'll have to report back on that.
I will. That's about all that's going on with me.
You got anything before you fall over, Vic?
Yeah, I watched the Elseworld storyline on CW. It was actually really good. I enjoyed
Fuck,
it.
I want to watch that. I haven't watched that yet.
Was it good?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was excellent.
How was
I don't-
Batwoman?
Fantastic. Ruby Rose did a great job. I'm not really gonna. If I say anything, I'll give
Please
shit
don't.
away.
Please
so
don't. I was like, but you liked it though. Okay.
I
cool.
enjoyed it. Thought they did a great job.
I watched the Happy Time Murders finally.
Oh, that's the movie with the puppets.
Mm-hmm. Puppets and the detectives and the murders, and they'll probably just skip over it.
Okay.
He was not happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, like
sorry.
it wasn't garbage, but it was pretty droll, a little boring, a lot of missed opportunities.
I'll
in
probably
it,
skip
I
over
think so. Yeah, I just skip on over that. We are not going to have a podcast next week.
That's right. Merry Christmas.
So yeah, we're gonna take a little holiday break. Will and Vic's gonna be out of town. Paula doesn't want to do it. I'll be getting back in from town. It's just gonna be a logistical nightmare. So enjoy your holiday, and it should give you plenty of time to catch up on the rest of our episodes.
Yeah, we'll be back around the new year.
Anything before we boogie, guys?
I'm good.
All right. Well, like, share, comment, subscribe. Give us a 5-star review. Follow us on all things social media at Brewnomics. For Paula, I'm Jerry.
Vic.
I'm Will.
Cheers.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Good times. All right, that's it.
Cool. Oh, God, that was longer than I expected it to.
What are you talking about? It went longer than you expected to.
I didn't think we'd go. I thought we'd be like, well, actually not too much further. I thought we'd be like
An hour and 20, aren't we?
So, well, that's about an hour 40.
All right. I gotta kill the laptop because it has 2% battery.
Just end
So
it. We're over.
goodbye.